I'm Sandra, and if you promise to stay real quiet, I will tell you a story about how I faced mummies and fought off a bear with my bare hands. You think I'm lying? Please like and subscribe to find out. My love for antiques started when I was a child. Mom worked at the biggest museum in the city, and with it came my hobby of playing make-believe. Be gone, you monstrous bear! Just then, Mom knocked at my bedroom door and walked in before I told her to.
Oh, Mr. Teddy!
My mom behaves like a child stuck in an adult's body. It's so annoying, but when I noticed the dress she was wearing, I felt steam come out of my ears. My dress! It's about to burst at the seams!
Time for my date, and make sure to make dinner.
Make dinner? You were in the kitchen for hours!
Come on. Cooking would ruin these pretty darlings.
Ugh, Mom! The next morning, I found Mom snoring like a bear on the sofa. I see the date went well.
Oh, Sandra. My dress tore.
You mean my dress?
Our dress tore. Just when we started dancing, he laughed at me. He's such a jerk.
There, Mom. You have to forget about him and get back to work now, okay? Besides, I made pancakes. Your favorite.
Thanks. And, honey, come over to the museum after school so I can treat you to lunch, yeah?
Sure thing, Mom. The next day, as I was riding my bike to school, from afar, I noticed Daniel, the guy I had a crush on for years. As I attempted to wave, I suddenly lost my balance and the bike came toppling down. It was the worst moment of my life.
OMG. Sandra, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I was wondering...
Nice top there. Is it meant to be that way?
I looked down at my top and shrieked in horrified embarrassment. I had it on inside out. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, it's upside down day.
Okay, I didn't get the memo. I'll see you around. Oh, and by the way, the upside down look looks really nice on you.
My face turned so red, blushing like a tomato. When I entered the school hall and found my best friend, Jessica, one of the hottest girls in school, writing her name on some random guy's chest. She just loved fooling around with desperate guys. Hey, Jess! Out of nowhere, Keen, the school's coolest jock, and last I remembered, Jessica's current boyfriend, came and started making trouble.
You stay away from my Jessica.
Keen, I dumped you yesterday. Get that into your thick cranium of yours and leave me alone.
Please, Jess, give me a second chance.
They broke up? Jessica didn't even tell me about it. But I wasn't too surprised. Jessica never dated a guy for more than 1 week, no matter how hot he was.
Sandra, Jean, meet my new boyfriend. Quack, quack.
It's Casker.
Whatever, let's go.
Jessica walked off with her new boyfriend and left me standing with Keen. He was staring at me like I was some kind of NPC.
Sandra, please talk to...
Forget it, dude. Jessica never repeats a guy. As much as I pitied him, I knew Jessica well enough not to bother. I had begged for dozens of her past exes on their behalf for another chance, but she never gave in. But Keen wouldn't give up. After school, as I rode to my mom's workplace, Keen followed me.
Please, Sandra, Jess is my oxygen.
You're still alive, bro! Drop it! I entered the museum with Keen stuck like glue behind me, and then Mom spotted us.
Wow, who's the eye candy behind you?
Just ignore-
I'm Keen, ma'am.
Keen, can you-
Such a good-looking boyfriend. You have good taste, just like me.
He's not my boy-
Take it to the cellar. I'll go clean up.
Follow me. The cellar smelled so damp and dingy as usual. Okay, let's go.
Not until you say you'll help me.
Oh, for the sake of rats and cheese! I grabbed his arm and began to pull at the big oaf when the wall behind him suddenly slid open to a room. What did you do?
My hand just touched something.
Touch that thing back and let's go!
Hey, what's in there?
I don't know, but it's obviously a restricted area.
Come on, don't tell me you don't want to check it out.
I had never seen this part of the museum before. And yes, I was sort of curious to see what was inside. Fine, just 2 minutes. The small room led to a tunnel, but as we entered, the wall suddenly closed behind us. Keen, this is not good!
I'll protect you from, any spiders and similar predators we may encounter.
You think that's all we'll find in here?
What else? Mummies?
The room the tunnel led to was full of mummies. I knew we had overstepped our boundaries then. Keen was too thick-headed to care.
There are mummies in here for real. Sandra, we just made the discovery of a century.
Keen, we have to leave! Now!
Hold on, let me just take one picture. I will get 1 million followers with this. Oh, and look, they're wrapped in toilet paper too. Definitely gonna use this next time I go to the bathroom.
Don't be The moment Keen took the picture, the lanterns began to flicker.
Oh my god, what's going on?
What do you think? Their ghosts are coming for you!
Ah! Something touched me.
I was joking with the ghost thing, but when Keen shrieked, I began to sweat too. Let's just leave, now! Somehow we managed to find the tunnel, but when we came to the other room, We couldn't find the lever.
The mummies! I can hear footsteps.
I could hear the footsteps too. We hugged each other and began to say our last prayers.
Something touched my shoulder.
I nearly wet myself when I felt a cold, bony hand on my shoulder too. I opened my mouth to scream when the lights came on. Mom and Jess stood there gawking at us.
Aw, how romantic! But really, in the cellar? Sandra, you can do better.
Our imaginations had gotten the better of Keen and I. Turns out, it was just a room full of old mummies and skeletons. After we left the cellar, Mom treated us all to a nice lunch and returned to work while we made our way home. Until Jessica suddenly appeared and looked at me furiously.
Oh wow, you gotta be kidding me.
What?
Your mama even confirmed it. You two are dating. Keen, I thought you loved me.
I thought you dumped me.
We aren't dating!
Shut up. Don't talk to me.
When I got home, I called Jess to explain, but she wouldn't pick up.
Open up, honey.
When I opened the door, Mom stood there with the same thing that had terrorized Keen and I today. Ah! Take it away!
Honey, the museum let me take one. I thought it would be a nice decoration for the living room.
Just keep it in your room and lock the door.
Oh, okay.
As my mom dragged the mummy down the hallway, I could swear it waved at me. But when I looked again, it seemed to be my imagination alone. Keen!
We need to see Jessica and explain what happened.
Okay, just a minute. I couldn't believe my eyes when we got to Jess's house. She was with Daniel! How could she do this? She knew I had a crush on him! What's going on here?
Oh, nothing. Just a taste of your own medicine.
Rage filled my veins, and I acted rashly. Oh, watch this! I wasn't thinking straight. Neither was I prepared for what followed. That evening, I was walking home from Jessica's, and I was startled to hear Keen behind me.
Sandra, wait! That kiss.
That kiss was just to get back at Jess.
Well, it seems...
His heart was beating really hard.
I want you to be my girlfriend instead of Jessica. We already have your mom's blessing. Just think about it.
I was still reeling from the shock of Keen's confession when Mom dropped another one on me. She wanted us to go camping for the weekend and had already invited Jessica and Keen for it too.
Honey, they are my friends too.
Normal parents make friends with their fellow adults.
Are you calling me abnormal?
That's a possibility.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. When I arrived at the campgrounds with my mom, I wanted to disappear. Jessica had brought Daniel along as her date.
I'm only here because of your awesome mom.
Like I really care. Soon, Mom stepped out of her tent wearing a gown that made me hot with embarrassment. Mom?
First camp activity, we danced to the glorious sound of cumbia.
I love kumbaya. Daniel, video me. Okay.
It wasn't long before I was enjoying the dance, music, and Mom's comic appearance. Soon, night came, and we had to eat.
I spy with my little eye something black.
A black marshmallow.
Exactly. Jessica, your marshmallow has turned black.
The sound of a growl behind us cut our laughter short.
Bear!
Run! We ran to the trees and hid behind them, but the bear remained at our campsite. Now what?
Well, I can tell you guys some awesome stories.
Can you be serious for once? Great, I'm drenched.
It's okay. I can fix.
No, it's not okay. Not with an immature mom like you. I'm the one who has to cook and remind you to bathe and go to work. Now I'm soaked, hungry, and stuck with an impulsive mom and a backstabbing friend.
Sandra!
I ran out to the stupid bear that had forgotten its home and grabbed a burning stick.
Sandra!
Excuse me, Mr. Stinky Bear! Back up! Shoo! Before I turn you into a roasted marshmallow! I scared the bear away and sat down to eat my marshmallows.
Honey, I'm sorry.
Mom must have gotten the hint that I didn't want to talk and left me alone. Then Keen moved closer to me. Can you give me a little space?
Give her a little space, dude.
I looked at Daniel in confusion. What was his business with how close Keen sat to me, since he had his girlfriend right there beside him too?
Daniel, did you know that Sandra here has been obsessed with you since elementary school?
Jessica!
She is a coward. Forget that she chased a bear. She's brave. None of us could do what she did with a bear.
Daniel's fierce defense stopped me from tackling Jessica to the ground. Then, we heard a pained scream from Mom's tent. Snake! We all jumped to the side of the rattlesnake coming out of Mom's tent. The sight of my mom in pain made me start to cry.
We have to take her to a hospital, now!
Mom was rushed to the emergency room. I'll be on the balcony.
Sandra, wait.
What?
I've never met a guy I dumped move onto another girl so fast. I got jealous. I'm so...
All I want right now is for my mom to be okay. After all the mean things I said, if she...
She'll be fine.
To my immense relief, Mom was cleared to return home the next day.
I'm so sorry for everything. I vow to be a much better mom from now on.
No, Mom. I'm the one who is sorry for yelling at you. And I love you, Mom.
Love you too, honey.
The sound of Keen and Daniel singing outside cut our moment short. I went out to see what the ruckus was all about. Guys? Daniel?
My heart beats for you, Sandra.
Let me be your guy.
Sorry, guys, but I refuse to be the fallback plan for Jessica's sloppy seconds. I guess she just dumped you too, huh, Daniel?
I guess there's no helping it then.
Daniel and I aren't dating. In fact, the day you saw him at my house, he came to beg me to make you like him again. I just took advantage of him to hurt you. Please forgive me. I've been too shy to say it, but when you fought that bear, wow.
I feel the same. I felt the same way for ages.
Shall we take a walk?
For Teddy's sake, kiss already.
Mom!